Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Alright, shalom, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Alright, shalom to and salutations to all you brothers, you Akim out there that's fighting a good fight on the four corners of the earth. This show, the name of this show is going to be called A Response to Polite the Feminist and His Emotional Rant. Alright, because by now, pretty sure most of you brothers and a lot of you other demons out there, y'all seen that emotional rant Polite went on. Which he ain't even look, that don't even look like you, my man. You talk about all this thug stuff, you shot somebody in the chin, broke their tooth or whatever the hell happened and all that shit, you did a little bit and all that, and that's the toughest you could come? And that looked at fake, man. Alright, that looked at fake, man. Look, stick to being a cool, calm, collective type of dude. That's not you trying to be rah-rah. It didn't come off, I didn't feel that, you know what I'm saying? Like, normally you got some people that threaten us out there, you like, damn, that motherfucker like really meant that or whatever, but you know, that was phony, man. That was just emotions. I mean, you might have been a little upset because why? Brothers been cutting you. They've been destroying and debunking your bullshit, man. All right, but what you went and did, you played yourself, man. And right along with that other snake, side netter or side nigga. All right, side nigga. You don't like to be called side nigga. Well, you are side nigga, and we will write about you from the jump. Okay. Now, you sitting there basically in that video. What you're doing is, you inside nigga, you're sitting there trying to rally up the troops, so to speak, other Israelite groups, other so-called conscious groups, to incite violence to come up against GMS. Nothing that you're doing yourself. Not that you're going to step to us and you personally going to move us off the corners or whatever the case is, right? And Ho Acts the 5th, okay, you got it. Not that side nigga's going to come and move. He want to get all these other guys and get everybody to come against us. Let me tell you something, man. We've been doing this thing for a very long time. We're teaching the same word, the same gospel. All right, the same one that woke up that idiot, the gorilla nutsack, the guy that you got that's now part of your conscious community that halfway denied it, but then his actions showed otherwise. We've been teaching the same word from years, man, about the Most High is going to destroy the 2/3. And we hate the 2/3 of our people. We love our people that's part of the elect, that wakes up and come into the truth. Alright? But the hell with a nigga, man. Fuck you, nigga. We know how you look at you niggas, man. Alright? And then the same shit you condemn us for, talking about, oh, we hate our own people, or we hate. Well, what the hell did y'all niggas show us, man? Yep. So you niggas justify our feelings towards you niggas, man. We love our brothers. That's why you see brothers come and we fellowship from the four corners of the earth, man. Brothers out there bringing this word out. They know what time it is, man. All right? And they see through that bullshit tactics that you put out there, man. But when you get a chance, I want you to read that in Acts the 5th chapter. And we're going to run through a bunch of more scriptures, man. Gotcha. We're going to run through scriptures and basically, you know, cut off. That's all madness, man. But it's good. It's good fodder for the internet. For the rest of you clowns out there. Now you on the internet talking what you got some silly niggas watching the videos of, yeah, I would do this, or I'm gonna do that, and I'm coming to see. Man, you niggas ain't gonna do nothing, man.
Keyboard thugs.
The Most High is gonna deal with all of you, man. Now side niggas a prophet. God is gonna kill you. The Most High ain't with you niggas. God is I said, first of all, side now I have one question. What God are you talking about? Are you talking about the God of Kemet?
Yep.
All right, who you supposedly, 1 minute you're a Kemite, the next minute you're a Hebrew. What God are you talking about? Okay? And now all of a sudden you're a prophet. Now you know the Bible? Out of the blue? You ain't nothing but a damn agent provocateur. That's what you are, man. Yeah, all right? Nigga. A low life nigga, man. An agent provocateur. That's all you are. You're an old school crackhead nigga from back in the days. Whack ass old school nigga. And then, you know, they somehow they got their attention, and now they're using you to try to so-called stir up confusion against the elect. But the real men of the Lord are going to always stand strong, and we're going to shine. Y'all ain't men of the Lord. As if you know what a man of the Lord is, man. You don't even know your head from a hole in the ground, man. You don't even know your nationality. You don't know if you want to be an Egyptian, a black man, a Hebrew. You change up every other month, man. And the Bible tells you, meddle not with them that are given into changes. But go ahead, Doc, read what you got.
This is Acts 5 and 34.
Start at 29.
All right, got you. Acts 5:29.
I mean, I'm sorry. No, jump down to the point. We got to read that part.
This is the 34th verse. Then stood up one in the council, a Pharisee, named Gamaliel.
Right, now this is Gamaliel, which was a righteous Pharisee. Because a lot of you guys got this notion that all the Pharisees were wicked. No, you had righteous Pharisees that believed in the Lord. And Gamaliel was one of them.
Nicodemus.
Okay, Nicodemus was another one that the Lord spoke on in John the 3rd chapter, telling him about being born again. Paul was under the order of the Pharisees. All right, go ahead.
A doctor of the law had in...
Right, a doctor of the law. And we're gonna address the law, because since the Sakari snake set, all right, because that's what the Sakari is, a bunch of snake, phony ass niggas, man. You guys are phony ass niggas, man. All right, and really what you did was you just exposed yourself. You think that you talking this 2015 is gonna be the year, this, that, and the third. No, 2015 is gonna be the year that the Most High pull your skirt up, man. All right, and expose you niggas, man. You can continue to think you're doing something, but the Most High is gonna further expose you. You should have never opened your mouth up and directed any type of disrespect or any foul manner of speech towards the elders, man. The men that you supposedly learned from.
Yep.
All right, but we're going to show you scriptures dealing with that and your actions, man, just for the sake of edification. Basically, you're an example of what not to be when you come into the truth, man. All right, go ahead.
A doctor of the law had a reputation among all the people and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space.
Right, because back then, what you fail to realize is when the Lord himself was here, who we called Yahweh Shai, all right? That's where a lot of you guys heard that name from. You throw that name around, right? When the Lord Yahweh Shai was here, they were always constantly seeking to what? To destroy him, to kill him. All right? To stop him from teaching the word. When the disciples, Peter, James, John, when all the disciples were teaching, this is after they would arrest them. So now Gamaliel said, look, we're going to put them forth space, cut them some slack, in other words, man. Because back then, they were trying to kill them back then. Just like you niggas are now. Just like all you groups want to band together. Here it is, you don't agree on nothing, really. You got a bunch of different beliefs amongst you, but you're going to all come together with that hate for GMS. And we don't mind it, man. We built for this. Ain't nothing new, man. The apostles tell you, and through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we've been around for a little while with the apostles, so we've seen it, man. We've seen that happen before, man. Any brothers that go back to the beginnings of the YouTube frenzy, 07, you've seen it. You've seen a lot of these different groups come and go.
Yep.
You know, but supposedly they were supposed to be taking us out, getting the FBI on us, prophesying against us, man. But the Most High is the one that's dealing with us, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua set us up to teach this word, like it or not.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And to put the apostles forth a little space, he said unto them, Ye men of Israel, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men.
Right, and that's what you all should have did. Instead of going into your own bitch-ass emotions, man. Getting offended because you're getting rebuked. You're getting cut up. Because you're going off, man. It said, take ye heed. Read that again.
Said, take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men.
Right, because for you to sit up there and you ain't coming against us, man. Although y'all looking at it as us, a GMS, this, that, a coat, blah, 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 and all this other bullshit, nonsense, and rhetoric y'all say about us, really you coming up against the Heavenly Father, the Most High and Yahweh Shai. That's what we've been representing for the past 20-something years.
His word.
His word, that's what we represent, man. So you ain't coming up against us, man. So you should have took heed of what you were doing. All right? And all that other, those senseless threats, man, go kill yourselves with those threats, man. All right? You ain't moving nobody over here. We're going to continue to do what we've been doing, man. All right? What's so different now? Now all of a sudden, you enraged? polite. So you did all this, Mike Brown, that really enraged you. So you were out there with Mike Brown and you donating money to his family and working with his family and all that stuff. You really love Mike Brown. You can't even get your homeboy Natural Tar Hootie out of the joint, man.
You got 1,700.
They nowhere near the mark that they need to get. So you sit up. That's all. That was all a farce that you put on, a big act a big show. All right, go ahead.
Take heed to yourselves what ye intend to do as touching these men. For before these days rose up Thaddeus, boasting himself to be somebody.
Right, and you always had a lot of guys boasting themselves up, man. All right, and you had back then, you had a lot of zealots. All right, with some of the zealots, they came into the truth, or some of them was righteous, but they left that zealot sect alone when they came into the truth. But the guys that continued in that zealot spirit, they were some wicked ass niggas, man. All right, which the Sicarians is a sect of them zealots, man. They weren't dealing with the Mosai, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They were carnal. They were trying to bring down the Roman Empire by themselves, all right, or through tactics and ploys. All right, go ahead.
Okay, yep. For before these days rose up Thaddeus, boasting himself to be somebody, to whom a number of men, about 400, joined themselves, who were slain, and all, as many as obeyed him, were scattered and brought to naught.
Right, and that's Mike the shepherd and his sheep so scattered. So this was a man that made himself like a demigod. He made himself, just like you got these other guys out there, you guys in the conscious community, you're a bunch of demigods. A lot of you guys are in love with yourselves, man. You feeling yourselves. Okay, now you got this new, or he ain't that new, he's been up, but he's still a novice, a little upstart, the guerrilla novice, guerrilla Hebrew. Okay, now he's setting himself up as something. And he's talking about he was quiet and humble last year. That's a damn shit lie, because last year you was sitting up there making videos, my response to the GMS or to the elders, of things that you was wrong about. All right, and you were sitting there making videos and going at the Seattle brothers back then. So don't sit there and tell that lie to people, man. That's a straight up lie, man. All right, you seized the opportunity to network with a bunch of wicked ass niggas in the so-called conscious community.
Get a name.
To get a name for yourself, man. And the Most High is going to destroy that whole sect that you got, man. That's not of the Most High. All right, and I'm not just saying it because you broke off of GMS. No, the scriptures, Yahushua said, a tree may be known by the fruit that it bear. Yep. There's a lot of guys that so-called broke up from GMS, but they continued in the work. So the Most High is with them. They still might send their tights. They still honor the elders and everything, but the Spirit got them doing other things. So the Most High, as long as they continue in their works, the Most High is going to deliver those men. But wicked niggas like you, the Most High ain't going to deliver you. Although he'll give you the delusion that you might think that you might get delivered, but you ain't going to get delivered, because why? We see your works, man. Go ahead.
After this man rose up Judas of Galilee in the days of the Tatsin, and drew away much people after him. He also perished. And all, even as many as obey him, were dispersed.
Right, and then I'll give you another example of that. At one time, Dr. York was the hottest thing in the market, man. All the rappers was talking about, the new Wabian, and they always rocking that symbol that they used to rock, right? You had some of them join that community, putting on the white robes and everything. All right, was all going to the services of Dr. York, all the classes and all that stuff he was teaching. They was all believing into that stuff. Then what happened? The Most High broke that whole thing up, man. All right, the Most High broke it up. They found out that he was sleeping with everybody's wife. He was sleeping with some of the boys. Hell, he's arrested now for child. What do you call that? Child molestations.